Bitcoin is down over 3.5% in the last day. And there's been a lot of really interesting developments going on with the Bitcoin blockchain and crypto this week. And I'm going to go ahead and break this all down for you guys in this video. And I want to go ahead and also talk about what else is going on the rest of the week. Hello there, I'm Cody, and I'm definitely here to bring you the best crypto information, including Bitcoin news and chart TA that I can. And so before we get started with that, be sure to hit that subscribe button, be sure to hit that like button, follow me on Twitter for the most up-to-date information, and we're going to go ahead and get right into it. So Bitcoin right now, as I said before, down 3.5% in 24 hours. Over the last week, down almost 2%. And I'm going to go ahead and bring up our chart here with Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has had some just crazy moves in the past couple of weeks. We saw it come all the way up here to about 30,500, get rejected, come back all the way down here to about 27,000. And now what we see here is it's kind of found a very strong support level here at about 27K. So with Bitcoin, it's been going sideways for the last 2 months. Ever since March, it's been kind of going sideways, unable to break out. And so far, the support is holding. The strong support level is holding. And so I want to first go ahead and break down the reason why we saw such a big rise up in the Bitcoin price, especially in April. And then I'm going to cover what happened to kind of bring us all the way down here to about 27,300. So the first thing I want to talk about is what they call BRC20. Okay, BRC20, very similar to ERC20, that's for Ethereum. However, BRC20 with a B is a token or a token format. Okay, so they have these BRC20 tokens right now, these tokens that are minted on the Bitcoin blockchain, and they have been exploding in popularity lately. Decrypt has an article here about the Ordi and Meme, and there's also a Pepe as well for Bitcoin. Now, again, these are BRC20 tokens and not ERC20 tokens, but they work the same way or very similarly. Now, these can also be used for Bitcoin NFTs as well, but these tokens are minted, and right now, according to them, they're saying it has almost $1 billion market cap in total with these tokens. Now, it's really important to point out how incredibly popular that these tokens have been lately. If we take a look at the Bitcoin transactions, the transaction count total for the Bitcoin blockchain, what we're seeing here is this massive spike up here at about the 30th of April. That was kind of the height of the transactions, and this has been largely driven again by those ordinals, by Bitcoin NFTs, and by those BRC20 tokens. And so that's driven this transactions count all the way up here to a level, if we go ahead and hit all time, you can see that this is a level that we've never seen before. This massive explosion in activity right now in the Bitcoin blockchain. Now, what's interesting about this is that this has a number of knock-on effects to Bitcoin. In fact, if you put this up against the price, what we can see here is that it kind of goes up in coordination here with the huge number of transactions, and it's kind of come down just a little bit after that. So the transactions are starting to level off right now. And so one of the knock-on effects to having such a large transactions happen in such a short period of time is that not all of these transactions have settled fully. In fact, Binance, the Binance exchange, has temporarily halted Bitcoin withdrawals. That was yesterday, and they then reopened them. And the issue here is that they basically increased the transaction fees so that way the actual transactions get picked up by miners. So this happened once. And then it came out that it not only happened once, but it happened again shortly thereafter, where they had to stop it yet again, and then they reopened it yet again. So what we see here right now is for about 2 hours or so yesterday, they actually had to pause it, and in order to deal with all the pending withdrawals. Now, that kind of thing, that kind of FUD in the market will definitely drive down the Bitcoin price. And in fact, that's exactly what we saw, especially on Sunday. We have this massive dump. Sunday and Monday, we have this massive dump of sellers selling their Bitcoin, fearing that there's actually something wrong with the exchanges, when in fact, Binance was having trouble processing the large volume of transactions that happened on Sunday and Monday. So additionally, what you see here is there is a significant outflow from Binance as well. They moved huge transactions, 2 transactions here from 117,000 and 40,000 Bitcoin to other addresses. And so this was pointed out by CryptoQuant's head of research. And if we go ahead and take a look at CryptoQuant, we can see that if you look at the exchange reserve, you can see this massive drop here in the amount of coins in the exchange. And again, that's Binance transferring a huge amount of Bitcoin from one wallet to another wallet. And that's also part of the reason why we saw such a massive congestion on the Bitcoin blockchain as well. Now, another really important event that happened this week that also damaged Bitcoin's price right now is the crypto exchange Bittrex filing for bankruptcy. So they filed for bankruptcy in Delaware today. We're going to have to see how that plays out. But they were facing an SEC enforcement action on top of that. That could be related, it could not be related. It's entirely possible that it isn't, but it is most likely related to the reason why they had to file for bankruptcy. So yet again, that's another crypto exchange that has gone under. And again, that also drives down the price as well. So we have right now is a number of, we'll call them big events that have happened in the past 24 hours that has driven the Bitcoin price down. And in fact, if we just take a look at the daily volume, we can see that on Monday or Sunday, this is a little bit late, but you have almost 3,000 Bitcoin trading hands. And if we zoom into the hourly, we can actually see even closer here that we have on Monday at about 11 or so, 562 Bitcoin trading hands. This massive spike of volume that happened here on May, on Monday, the 8th of May. So what we have for the Bitcoin chart TA is Bitcoin moving sideways for the most part here. We have about it moving from the sideways channel here from support at about 27,000 all the way up to resistance here at about 30,500. And I don't think this is going to change anytime soon. I would look at this strong support level. If this strong support level doesn't hold, and in fact, it goes through this 27K level, and then it goes through this kind of secondary support here at 26,700. Then you are much more likely to wind up seeing Bitcoin come all the way down here, most likely to about 25,000. That's the next place I would expect to find support for Bitcoin. And if that's the case, the short-term uptrend would be over for Bitcoin. So this 27K support here is incredibly important. If this gets lost, then most likely what we're going to wind up seeing is 25K. Very, very likely that'll happen if the support gets taken out. Watch this support level. Now, I also want to go ahead and talk about Ethereum as well. So Ethereum, what we have here is 2 resistance levels. I put in resistance here at about 2,000 and then a resistance level here at about 1,900. And so with Ethereum, what you're seeing is it failed to break out above here at about 1,900, and so it was rejected, and it came all the way back down here to strong support at about 1,800. Now, again, just like with Bitcoin's 27K level, look for this support to hold. I think this is going to be incredibly strong support for Ethereum. But if it does not hold, then most likely you're going to see it pull back down here to about 1,700. So with Ethereum especially, usually in increments of about 1,000, you're going to wind up seeing sellers step in, and they will be trying to buy at those $1,000 increments. So that's where I would expect to see strong support for Ethereum. Now, Binance Coin is a little bit different. So Binance Coin almost looks like it wants to break right through the support here at 315. It's very close to breaking under this level. It tried to get below here. You see there's a wick to the the downside here, and it tried, but it got all bought up. And now what you're looking at is a potential a retest of the support level. And if this doesn't hold, what you're looking at is next support at about 300, or I would say about 307, and then about 300 for Binance Coin. Now, for the rest of this week, what's really important is the fact that the core CPI is going to be happening on Wednesday. So Wednesday, expect there to be a large amount of volatility. And now the core CPI, what we're expecting here is a year-over-year number of about, I would say, less than 5%. That would be bullish. And if we can come in under this 5%, that would be bullish for Bitcoin. It'd be bullish for the markets. It would be bullish for any sort of risk on assets, because now you're showing that the CPI is going down, and thus inflation is coming down, and the Fed can stop raising interest rates. Okay. And again, that would be very bullish for Bitcoin. So you have the CPI going on Wednesday, and then you also have the core PPI, the producer price index, on Thursday as well. This is really important, okay? The CPI, the Consumer Price Index, and the PPI are two huge metrics that the Fed is going to be looking at in order for them to determine whether or not they need to raise rates, or if the fight against inflation is working, and what they need to do next. So again, huge volatility expected Wednesday and Thursday this week, and we could wind up seeing, hopefully on the bullish side, Bitcoin break out. But if these come in higher than expected, we could wind up seeing them losing support. So it's very important to watch this week. This week is going to be incredibly important for Bitcoin and for crypto as a whole. All right, so that's all I've got for you guys today. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this content. Let me know what you guys want me to actually take a look at. If you want me to take a look at a specific chart or a specific coin, I can do that. Or if you want me to answer your questions about crypto or the macro picture and how that kind of plays together, I'll be more than happy to do that. Anyways, that's all I've got for you guys today. This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and I hope to catch you guys in the next video.